Virgo, I swear, your meditations never cease to amaze me. I just heard, finally, some motherfucking answers. It's coming. Everything you need is coming. And I also heard that there's a group, not just one of you, a group of you who your purpose is so much bigger than you know. So when you complain to Source about not having money and you complain about not having this and that, what you're actually doing being blocked right now, where you feel blocked like you're not getting ahead, it is designed to happen because there are things you still need to learn in your current environment. And that's good. But when they're showing me, there's a movie, oh man, it's got The Rock in it and he's a fairy. Like I think he's a hockey player, but he turns into a fairy. Tooth Fairy, I think, Tooth Fairy. And you know, The Rock, he's huge. The Rock is cooking, big old stacked man. And he gets turned into a tooth fairy. So he goes from this big, famous hockey player to this tiny little fairy that's a bug. And he has a guardian angel. And when he gets angry, they're telling me this is what you look like. And they told me to share this with you. This happened to me a long time ago, but they're bringing it up. A while ago, I was really angry with Source. And in the beginning, when I didn't think it was okay to express anger. I didn't think it was okay to feel these things. Source had me using them. Like, use me as your punching bag. Use me. Give it to me. Give it to me. So I did. And then I got into a pattern of it. Like, you do it for a period of time, but then you don't want to beat up on Source anymore because they're not the source of your pain, really. So I wasn't getting that I was supposed to switch that at some point, and I kept giving it to Source. And one day I was really honked off, pissed off about something, and I was just, I'm done. And I remember being in the bathtub, and I was watching that movie. I was sitting there just soaking in a bath, trying to calm down. And there's a part in the movie where The Rock is the fairy, and he's big, and then all of a sudden they make him go, and he's yelling at this guardian angel who's a really tall, skinny guy. And all of a sudden, this big, burly, buff dude who knocks people's teeth out for a living becomes this tiny little fairy with wings wearing pink. And he's this big, and he's yelling at this guy that's this big, And the angel's looking down at him, and he kind of laughs. And then as I'm doing that, I got tapped. Like, this is what we do when you get mad like this. And I was trying my hardest to hold strong to my anger in the moment, but it made me choke on it. Damn it, they got me, and they softened the blow. Like, this is what it looks like when you get angry, compared to us, this is what it feels like. So you getting angry is okay because you don't know it. You getting angry over your circumstances in that moment, you're actually releasing that anger. So if you want to use your circumstances as something to be pissed off about, to release anger, then use your circumstances as something to release your anger. But it has to come out of your body. If you had anger that came in, that anger's got to come out. And did I mention this? I don't know if I did in the beginning. In the meditation, they said there's a group of you who would benefit from jogging and running, like a run-walk program. Started a couch to 5K program that that they have out there. I've done that, and then I trained for half marathons using that. It's a good program. You doing that, they're saying you doing that is going to emanate the same breath work that you would get in a meditation. And there's a group of you out there who do not like to meditate, or you fall asleep during meditation, or what's another one? Give me it. You get bored and decide that you want to focus on the crap. You don't really decide it. You probably have momentum going, but there's a lot of momentum that needs to be broken. And the walk-run program, or just a light jogging, if you can maintain that, would be good because it will emanate the same breath work as meditation, but the same time, it's also moving the energy around in your body. So you won't have to get mad at your circumstances. You can release that through that healthy outlet. They're saying your purpose has actually been revealed to you multiple millions of times, but it has seemed like it's so far off of your radar because you have not seen yourself in this light. You haven't viewed yourself in this position yet. But you have a much higher calling and purpose than you are allowing yourself to see. And that's okay. Because guess what? Source is not going to stop giving you opportunities to see this. And they won't stop until you get it. Because you chose to do it. Yeah. And if you're in a bad mood watching this, I'm sorry. It's probably pissing you off some more. And it would be a good idea to just turn it off if you're angry. And come back to it when you're in a good mood. Okay? Let's see. Now, they wanted these for you. Love your journey. Be open to the idea of loving you. You don't like your circumstances. You don't like the way things feel. You think, I just heard, winning a lottery ticket's going to solve all your problems. It will not. It will not. Because the people saying that right now are the very people who would lose it if they were to get it. Because the energy, well, although you think you're in a great place, and you are in a great place, but you're not quite in the place to be able to maintain and sustain that amount of money. It would go by the wayside because of the energy. Learning to manage your stress in any situation. Learning to approach your stress with a different management style will be a great benefit to you. I also heard that there's a small group of you here although everything has a spiritual meaning, there's a group of you that just get so wadded up in what it could possibly mean spiritually that you lose the wow factor of the moment. Like sometimes things just happen because things happen. You don't have to figure everything out. Like you don't have to figure out the why, spiritually why something happened all the time. Sometimes they just want you to have an experience and enjoy it. And sometimes if you're having a bad experience, they want you to just have the bad experience and feel the emotion and then move on. Sitting there wadded up trying to figure out why something's happening is keeping you stuck. That's not the question you need to ask right now. Instead of asking why something's happening, they want you to say, what am I feeling right now? Do I like this feeling? If I don't like this feeling, that means my inner being is thinking a thought different than what I'm thinking about this particular subject right now. Inner being, what are you thinking? Show me that. You may get an answer immediately if you're in the right vibration, in the vicinity of that answer. Or it may be at a later time during the day, next week. But it'll come. Feeling rushed and panicked right now is keeping you like this. They're showing a tiny little body. Where's my little Jesus? Okay, a little tiny Jesus. And he's stuck in this. And he's just running circles in here, okay? He's like banging into this wall, bang. And he's like frantic. I gotta get out of this situation. I gotta get out of this situation. You're not gonna get out of this situation until the time is ready for you to get out. And the time is ready when you're able to relax. I know that's kind of a difficult message to hear, but it's something to do with your purpose being so powerful, Virgo. It takes longer to build the legacy you are going to leave, that you're going to leave. I'm hearing right now, if somebody was to tell you exactly what you were going to be doing, you would run for the hills. You'd be too afraid to do it. I ain't doing that. No. Nope. Thank you. I'm out. You wouldn't do it. But you're going to do it, okay? That's why Source is only giving you what you're ready for. And if things are not moving in your life, you're not ready for the big holy grail of what you think you're ready for yet. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because you got to think about it. Okay, let's just say you're here. What you want is here. Well, every time you start feeling better, you're going to think you're ready. Because if you're here and you jump to here, you're feeling better than you've ever felt. But you're still not ready. If you were here and you were here, you're just going to feel good for the day. But if you're here and then you're here for 4, 5, 6 days in a row, you're going to think you're ready. But you still got all this room to go. Then you're going to get here and you're going to say, this is the best I've ever felt. I'm ready for this. I know I'm ready. And Source is saying, let's just get you a little more. So them telling you this stuff is not about you not being good enough. And that's being triggered in someone as I say that, because they brought that up for that reason. You are good enough. You're absolutely perfect for whatever this is that Source is saying you're stepping into. It's just energetically you may be the best, or emotionally you may be the best you've ever felt the majority of the time, or the healthiest you've ever been the majority of the time. But to attain this and sustain this, which you will want to, oh my gosh, you will want to keep this. It'll be so painful for you to receive this and then lose it. And you don't want to get it before you're ready. Because if you get this and lose it, it's like, I feel like you would feel like you couldn't come back from this. You don't want to do that. When you get that lottery ticket, don't you want to get it and enjoy it and not lose it a year to 5 years later? And then be worse off than when you started, because you were so used to having, your budget became much larger, so you were able to buy fancier things, and then all of a sudden you're right back to homelessness. Things like that. You don't want to do that. Celebrate good times. Come on. Celebrate, yeah. Time to challenge yourself and have a celebration. That is messed up. That is so messed up. You've been so stressed out and down and out, Virgo, that they're telling you to challenge yourself to celebrate. What the F and F? When that card came out about challenging yourself, and she was climbing the side of a mountain, scaling a mountain, not every challenge has to be difficult. Challenge can feel challenge can feel invigorating and make you feel frisky and alive inside. There's nothing wrong with a challenge. You have just had to deal with a lot of shitty challenges that when you hear the word challenge, you automatically go, oh, I can't take it. No. You just want to melt out of that seat. No, 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 no. This is when you challenge yourself, there's something about going in the direction of your happiness, what makes you feel good in that moment. In that moment. So right now, if I was sitting here and I wasn't doing this video for you, I would be thinking, what would make me feel good to do right now? And honestly, it'll be getting off of here and going to watch Gilmore Girls with my daughter and drawing. That's what I'll do. So you got to learn what can I challenge myself to do in this moment to make me feel better. And the word challenge, if that word makes you feel wadded up inside or like negative in any way, change the word. Change the word to something that soothes you. Don't be afraid to celebrate even the smallest win. If you have 100, that was punctuated by a text, baby. Did you see that? Do not be swayed by, there's something, it's like you just got to get out of a rut. You just have to get out of a rut. Let's look at your finances. I feel like that's what it's coming from. Okay. Ooh, sorry. This card is a good indicator that things will start to move for you rather quickly. I like that. peacemaker, and luck. As you challenge yourself to find things to feel good about and to celebrate, celebrate that delicious meal you just ate. Celebrate your child getting an A on their homework. Celebrate that walk you took walking, that little jog that you took to move your energy around the block. Celebrate everything. Reach everything, like approach everything like it's time to celebrate this. I love this. As much as you can. Obviously, you're going to have days where you want to sleep, you don't feel good, you need to cry it out. This is moment by moment. So you may do great for the first half of the day. Afternoon and on, you don't feel like you can do it anymore. Then you don't. But just know that if you do it tomorrow, today you didn't do it at all. I'll say that. Tomorrow you wake up, you're able to get a really good solid 15 minutes of just celebrating and challenging yourself in something new that makes you feel good. That is 15 minutes more than you did the day before. Celebrate that shit. And something just fell outside to let you know, mic drop. Okay. There's something whatever you're going to be doing, someone here's in a difficult situation, and if you approach this with tact, you're going to get the outcome you want. But if you approach this with, who do you think you are? No, it's not going to go your way. It could go your way still, but there's going to be a lot of legwork and a lot of buffer between you being able to get what you want then or not. And it's all on how you approach. Whatever you're doing, they want you to make, I know I'm coming. Sorry. They want you to make peace as much as you can in your situations. It's important that you do that. And they want you to know anything you start from this video on, anything you decide to do from this point on, will have a good effect for you. Like luck will come your way as you start focusing on these things. If you stay focused on the negative right now, you're just going to get a little more of the same, a little more frustration, and a little more feeling tied down. You don't need that shit. Challenge yourself to have fun. Is it really a bad thing? Oh, my boss gave me a challenge today. Oh, what is the challenge? Oh, they told me to have fun. Just have some celebration. Do you see how absurd that is? Pick those shoulders up, go out, walk, and have a good fucking day. I love you, Virgo. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love.